Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday night edition of Launch Party. I say night time because it is night time here in the UK. We've just gone 2 minutes past 6 here in the UK. I hope you're having a lovely day, whether of course it is night time, whether it's afternoon. Maybe you are one of those where it is still early morning and actually just starting your day right. Well, you're going to have a party first thing in the morning while we have a party at night time. And this is all about having a look at some of our relatively new launches here on Crafters TV, but I'm not here on my own. Let's say hello. She's been here all day with me with incredible demonstrations. I'm telling you, it's going to be a hard one to choose when it comes to demo of the day, that is for sure. But Debbie's back in the building.
I certainly am, although I haven't left officially, but it's been a great day, hasn't it? You've absolutely loved the embossing folders and still loving the confetti dies, which are incredible. The embossing folders offer you so much for your money. I think at that price point, they're affordable to nearly everyone, I would say, which is amazing. But we are going to be looking at the confetti dies first this evening, and I'm just going to show you some samples to get started with. I've dug deep to try and find some different ones. I absolutely love that. I think, how different is that? If it's a silver wedding or a ruby, you can just change the colours that you want for that heart, which is amazing. I love the floral one. Excuse me. I think it's a really pretty one, and I love that you can use your inner part, so your waist if you like, to decorate around the outside. I think that's a really cool example. Using your ink pads, so going across your card, using them down the side. We're going to be creating something very similar to this in a little while. So amazing, and you just have to use your imagination to what ones you want to cut them into, how you want to do them, what colour cardstock you want to do. Honestly, it's limitless to what you can do with these dies, and every single one of them are just going to offer so much. I love this one because When you bring this one in as well, I love both of those, but the same die makes both those cards. So that's incredible. I love them, Craig.
So good. They really, really are. That's why they were so popular yesterday, but we are going to be having a look at them today. In actual fact, the original bundle, it did sell out yesterday with Leanne and Ben. However, what we've managed to do is in a slightly smaller collection, this one being a 5-piece. So we'll go over that just in one moment. But we do have Susie is on the social again this evening, and she's saying hello. We've also got Charlotte Everett saying good evening, everyone, from the Herne Bay, Kent. Looking forward to more crafty fun tonight. Me too. Terry Anderson is saying, well, hello from Ohio. Oh, Ohio. Jean is saying hi from Scotland. Well, hello, Jean. Let me know whereabout in Scotland you are. I want to know because I'm nosy. Angela Brown is saying good evening for all from Ramsgate. Well, good evening to you. Bobby Ande is saying good morning, everyone, from a snowy Cloudcroft, New Mexico. We've also got Zoe Carver saying evening, everyone, from West Sussex. And Crafty Angie is saying hello from California. Hello, all. Sunny California. Well, hello to you too. Get your comments in. If there's anything specific you want to ask Debbie, then send them through and we'll ask Debbie throughout the next couple of hours. Maybe you've got your hands on the confetti dies yesterday and you know already what you're going to do with them. Maybe you got our launch from today, then let us know what you're going to do with them. Maybe team them together. You can, of course, get social along the bottom, whether, of course, it's Facebook or YouTube. But this whole week has been January news. We had a launch every single day this week. Yesterday, confetti dies that we'll have a look at. Today was about the embossing folders that we'll have a look at. Tomorrow, Sarah's going to be back with Ben in our new Sarah's Signature Sent with Love box. Then on Thursday, Jan's going to be in with Ben with her mindfulness quote stamps. And then on Friday, Sarah's going to be back again with Ben for the 12x12 Flora Abundant paper pad and also vellum sentiment strip. So that is your launch plan for this whole week. But let's go back to where it started yesterday. This was Leanne and Ben that kick-started January news with the Confetti Border Dies. Now, as I said a moment ago, this is a 5-piece, and that is because yesterday there was a 6-piece, but the party time is what sold it out, so therefore you can't get that one on its own, and therefore our new collection that the team have managed to work in is a 5-piece. And they've even brought down that price just that little bit more, taking into account the fact of your one die less. Everything I'm going to show you is $31.65 or $39.50. That gives you a saving of 20%. Obviously, even better in platinum price at $25.32 or $31.60. And that consists of your in-flight. So thinking back to the few finished samples that Debbie's shown you a moment ago, thinking back to the shows yesterday with Leanne, and even wake-up call this morning with Debbie and the different things that you can do with them. You've got in-flight. You've also got Happy Hearts, a lovely one with our scattered love hearts having the different directions if you so wish. You've then also got your confetti sprinkles. I mean, that one there, I love that confettiness. It runs all the way throughout. The larger pieces, the smaller pieces. For me, it's the different angles and configurations you can use these in. We've also got our butterflies. We've got our dancing butterflies. These will all have little pieces. For instance, this one, the butterflies that die cut out that you could keep use embellishment, or maybe when it comes to the scattered flowers, you want to use these ones to start to do paper piecing. You can absolutely do that. Also, what's lovely is you can actually see from this one just here, depending on the size of the cardstock you use, these are going to go through all the way from the Gemini Mini all the way up to the large Gemini. In fact, it would go through the Pro if you had that one. So every single Gemini die cut machine, it will go through. But of course, it doesn't just have to be the Gemini. They will go through any other die cutting machines. All you need to do is just double check the plate configuration for silver wafer thin die. So that was the 5-piece, $31.65, $39.50, saving of 20%. It's all across on the website. Have a look on Shop the Day. So .com.co.uk or .eu, that is the place to go. And this is where we're going to start, Debbie.
Yes, absolutely. Johnny's just said I'm going to do some bell ringing. It does look like that. That's what we're going to do, doesn't it? So, but I've got all my ink pads at the ready because we're going to do some inking onto our cardstock. But I've also put our butterflies, the dancing butterflies, I've just taped down onto a piece of card. So I've done this piece to 6 inches by 4 inches, and then I've done 6.5 by 4.5 inches on my background here because I want to see my outside edge, but I also, when we cut our butterflies, want to be able to see through them as well. So all I'm going to do is take my pad, my boards here, and then we're going to send that through. So I want that out of the way because I don't want to get any ink onto there because I want to keep it nice and white. I just want to showcase the colours through the actual design. So let's pop that out so you can see that one. Now you do get lots of little butterflies which you could use or colour however you want to do them. So let's just take that out. Oh, I was hoping not to tear that, but never mind. And then I was a bit heavy-handed with that. And then we're just going to tap that down and just keep those butterflies there for now. And then I'm going to pop this out the way. Okay. So with my ink pads, I've got my Chinese red. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in and just add that red to the top there.
Okey-doke.
So we're just going to be blending this down. Now I'm using a watercolour cardstock, but you can use whatever cardstock you want to actually with this. You can use your smooth cardstock, which is your all-purpose.
Right, yeah.
But I've just got this onto my my design here.
You will find a big selection of the water reactive ink pads across on our website. I was just having a look. I can only speak for the UK website, but there is still a bundle in stock of some water reactive ink pads, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a bundle. So if you are looking to either stock up or try the water reactive, there's loads of them all individually, but there's a lovely selection of 10 of them in a bundle on the website. So that's .co.uk. US and EU, you could just double check your website as well.
Absolutely. For me, Craig, and I think you'll agree, I've tried lots of ink pads on the market and I think ours are amazing.
I would, yeah, agree.
Yeah, what I love about them is that we do so many different ranges that tell you exactly what they do. If it's quick drying, you know it's going to dry quick.
Exactly.
If it's pigment, you know it's a wet ink because it's full of pigment ink. So I absolutely love that.
And it might sound simple, but it really is something that you take for granted, I think, as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And just being able to reach for, you know, over time, you know where what one is. For instance, you know where your quick dry is water reactive pigment, but the fact is that because it's got it on it, I just love it. Perfect for beginners.
Absolutely. And it's just foolproof really because I love the fact that it tells you, we've got on the side of each one, it tells you the colours, which is great. Also tells you what ink applicator to use. Same with our Vanessa ones. If you're using Vanessa, it will tell you whether it's waterproof and have a water brush or whether it's alcohol proof and it will have an alcohol pen on it. I think it's just amazing. And then our last one, we're just going to finish with a purple at the bottom. And it doesn't take long to get that lay down of colour, which looks absolutely stunning. It
does. That really, really does. Did you say, Debbie, was that the pigment that you're using?
No, I'm just using our water reactive, water reactive ink pads. So you can see getting that ombre of colour that looks just incredible. Now I'm going to just wipe my ink away because I want that to, I don't want to get that transferred on anything else.
I mean, if you use this dye, the butterflies, then you can start to even team that with things such as your timeless butterflies with that paper pad, with all the individuals. They're all just going to marry nicely together and work well together. And it's going to be a carry-on to said collection.
Absolutely. Now, a little tip here, Craig. If you've got your ink daubers, they work perfectly. But if you want to, just for quick colouring, you could actually use your, so let's go for a red. You can actually use these to ink over. And then that way you can get the colours that match underneath. So just take in some of those, turn them the other way.
I did wonder.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of die cut them out of your hold and release and they will stay in there, and then you could colour them in. But actually, because we've inked this, these are going to look amazing if you just colour them in the inks that you've put down. And it is just a case of putting them onto your white cardstock like so, and then it's less messy, and you can just go in and give them a bit of an ink.
Well, that's the thing that you can do. Yeah, you can definitely do that. I'm even thinking as well is starting to incorporate, you know, your Midas ink pads with some, whether it's this one or some of the other ones as well.
Yes.
It's just going from one extreme to the other, but it's the key thing is it's all going to work, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's all about colour, I think, with these, because it's so nice. I'm not going to do that tiny little one. It's so nice to be able to, let's just take those down. So nice to be able to incorporate all of the colours that we do with whatever you put them with, especially when you're looking through something. Now, I'm just putting my lids on, so I know then I'm not getting any of them mixed up. Pop them, you know how tied I am as a crafter. So pop them to the side.
Just to say as well, I do have the craft along for these in a couple of weeks' time. So I did put a shout out on my Insta story if there was anything specific you want to see me make within the craft along. If there is, either yes again on my Insta story or let Susie know, let us know in the comments if there was anything specific themed wise that you want to see. Maybe it's a specific project, then let us know. Get interactive in the socials there, let Susie know, and I'll see what I can do.
Oh, fabulous. I mean, you can't state better than that, can you, Craig?
We all try, don't we? We always try our best.
And then if I bring in my piece of card that we've done, when we map that a layer over the top, look at all those beautiful colours now that come through. And it's a really simple way of doing that, but just a nice way of getting those to pop.
And that's
so
it, yeah.
all I'm going to do is go round and we're going to attach this down. Actually, I'm going to add some glue because the tape might not stick to my inks, might be just a little bit too wet for it to stick down. So I am just going to put some tacky glue on.
And then what you could do as well, you know, you could do what you've just done there, but say you just wanted that flash of rainbow colour in the backdrop, take the chisel nib from your Classic pen and just do a scribble all the way down. And then therefore that colour's going to shine through the actual butterflies or the birds or the flowers, whichever one you're using. And then again, it's using different colour mediums as well in with your project.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice way of doing it. And also, if you don't want to have that same rim around the edges, you could just put a little bit of tape on here and use it as a hinge. And then you could just put little daubers of ink behind it. So you wouldn't be wasting all your ink and it would look amazing. So then I've got just my happy here. So let's pop that one on. So we're going to pop that across the top here. So just want to fit that and turn that so I've got that
definitely going to be trying this demo as well, Debbie.
And it's so simple, isn't it, Craig? Such a simple one to do. And use all your sentiments that you've got at home in your stash. So I'm going to just put my happy birthday. Let's pop that. I'm going to pop that there. And then we've got these little ones here. So you've got the ones that we coloured in. And all I'm going to do is literally take these, put a little bit of glue on the tips, and then we can just attach those.
I think what's lovely is, yes, whether you're going into your 5x7 card or your 4x6 card, but then you can start to create kind of like your faux borders down the side of your larger cards as well. I love my 7x7 and 8x8, and you can just have that continuation, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah. And the choice is yours, isn't it, how you want to do it?
Of course it is, yeah.
So I'm literally just going to add one more on there just to show those different colours and keep that quite simple. And there we go, a really nice colourful card, but that's very simple to do.
It really is. How fab is that? Bright, it's cheery, it's happy, you know, and yeah, it would be good. Even just that, just because, just to make you smile card, that would be lovely. And that is one of many that you can be making of the confetti, Johnny. So 3/4 of the restock stock that we've got today has gone. 3/4. That's of today's. If anything's going to sell out this bundle, it's going to be the Happy Hearts.
I've got a demo with that.
Oh, we'll be quick. 3/4 of the stock is gone. That is today's bundle stock, just to make that clear as well. That goes to show how much has gone. 5-pack there, $31.65 or $39.50. That gives you your saving of 20%, but if you are platinum, it's going to come down to $25.32 or $31.60. And this is the one that will sell out the bundle. And this one here is the Happy Hearts that we've got there. So we will go to Debbie later on, fingers crossed, where we can see a demonstration with that one. But you've got In Flight, confetti sprinkles. You've also got your dancing butterflies, and then you have also got your scattered flowers. All of them are what's going to be coming within that 5-piece bundle, which is a fab one. But what was also really popular earlier, and we're going to have a look at it, is the Gilding wax as well, because we've got 25% saving on all of the 5 colours that we've got. Adriana's in from San Antonio, Texas. We've got, Adriana's also saying, love the finished samples. She can't wait to get her dies. Rhonda saying, I received these dies Saturday from HSN. Love them. As soon as you get making, post some pictures in the HSN Facebook group, or I'm a Crafter's Companion. You know, tag Debbie, tag myself. Just make things and let us see, because I'm really, really intrigued to see what you're going to make. Jane Adams is saying, hi everyone from Las Vegas. Lynette saying, good evening all from Norfolk, UK. Dana is also on from Facebook saying, good morning everyone. So great to be here for these fabulous new products. Motivating samples today. Lots of inspiring samples. Yeah, absolutely they are. Debbie is saying, I put gold Gilding flakes behind the hearts with the confetti dies. Made a pretty Valentine. That's a good idea. You see, and I think once you start to use them, you start to, oh, I could use this, I could use that, I can use the different things behind them. Kathy C on YouTube saying, hi everyone, it's been so long since I've been able to catch a live. Delighted to be here. Well, it's so nice to see you popping up in the comments. Lillian saying, hello Debbie, Craig, hi Crafters TV, Susie, and hello to everyone else. Hello to you too. We've got Rosalind saying, hi everyone, from sunny but cold Brooklyn, New York. Just ordered the Confetti Border Dies. I have so many ideas for these ones. So glad you've got in there. Remember, 3/4 of the stock has gone. Lane, quick question here, and Tinkster 101 is having the same issue as Lorena's. Debbie, are you applying the ink from an angle? I get a lot of the edges when I use the square ink pads.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I don't know. I know Leanne prefers the square ones as well. I know Craig does. So I don't know. Maybe it is a technique we don't know we're doing. But I think a light touch, so not so heavy. I also think saturating the whole pad helps as well.
Definitely.
And I definitely think, yes, coming off of a glass mat, blending into your card makes a big difference. So I would never go straight onto a card, because then you will see the edges. There's no question about that. So always come in off of your glass mat, or if you've got a wipe away mat or whatever you're using, acetate, and come into your cardstock and just keep blending, because eventually the more ink you add, the more it fills up the fibres in your card and you'll get a smoother blend. So yeah, so I don't really know if I'm doing anything technical, but I think it is just a case of smoothing it on.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that one, Debbie. Right, let's have a look at our Gilding waxes here. So all 5 colours, 25% off when it comes to these ones here. Now we're going to have a look at all of them very briefly, starting off with the silver. So they are all 30 mils pots, as I say, all 25% off, and all $8.99 or $12.74. But as a platinum, that's going to come down to $7.19 or $10.19. And you can apply these to so many different mediums, but then different surfaces as well. You know, you've got the ability, because as you were saying earlier on, Debbie, that these ones here, you know, are for really originally for furniture.
Yeah, furniture, absolutely.
For furniture.
Yeah, French brand, and yeah, absolutely. And you can still use them. That's what they're made for, is for furniture.
Yeah.
Wood, ornaments, anything like that that you can add a touch of. If you've got one of those mirrors that's maybe a wooden distress mirror, and and it's got those sculptures around it. And you can add this to your mirror. It's amazing.
Good to know.
Just buff it off with a cloth, and it'll be there for always.
Yeah, maybe you've got something around the house, it's just a little bit run down and you want to go in, you know, with a little bit of the Gilding waxes, then you can do. So that one there we could see was the silver. This one was the Empire Gold. We have then also got our King Gold as well. What I'll do is I'll put the gold side by side just shortly so you can just see the difference of them. But you know, the texture of them will last you such a long time. You see so many of us using this on, if not a daily basis, but pretty much, you know, near enough every second day or so. And as I say, they last a long time when it comes to the actual Gilding waxes. This one here, it is your antique gold here. So also what I'll do compared to the Renaissance is I'll put them side by side, and this one here is the Renaissance. So what was a way to say a moment ago, it's because they last you such a long time. All of us using them day in and day out, but we've got a multitude of uses. So I'll just tell you what I'll do is I'll put these all side by side so that you can see. So we've got the 5 of them here. So we're starting off with our silver. So we've got our silver, we've got our Empire Gold, we've got our King Gold, then we've got our antique, and then we have got our Renaissance that you can see here. So all 5 of these ones, an individual price of $8.99 or $12.74. That gives you a saving of 25%. But if you are platinum, that's going to come down to $7.19 or $10.19. And Debbie, you were saying earlier on that you don't believe that you've seen them at that price before.
No, I've never seen them at that price, no. I think $9.99 is the lowest I've seen them. Yeah, they're very rarely on sale, actually. So I think that's a brilliant price.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Great for a top-up, or maybe you've not tried them before and you want to give one of them a shot, then you can go for that one for sure. Now, what these also work really well with is folders. And that's what we've got here. This is our brand new launch embossing folder, texture embossing folder. Now we're going to be having a look at the Showstopper collection. So you are going to be paying $28.94 or $40.70. That is then giving you a saving of 20%. But if you're platinum, it's going to come down to $23.15 or $32.56. And when it comes to the Showstopper collection, that's giving you your folders, so all 6 of your texture embossing folders. It's also going to be giving you your square blending tool, so that's the one that myself and Debbie were just referring to, with the 2 foam heads. You're also going to get your Centura Pearl Baby Pink cardstock. It is a full 10-pack, 310 GSM, and you're also going to get your Twilight Grey, which is Harmony Water Reactive ink pad. And when I was having a look at the cost of these individually, it does work out in my eyes that you're going to get your Centura Pearl and also your Water Reactive ink pad for free. So that's a really, really good, useful elements to have within that Showstopper collection. Now, the quantity that's gone so far is half the stock has gone. Now, today has been the official launch day of it. You know, this previous show was the launch show of it, but yeah, half the stock has gone. There is an option if you just want to go for the folders, but really it's a few pound difference. You know, we'll let you see it's £5 difference. Now, when it comes to this one here, it's just the folders that you can see here. So you've got your folders that you've got all 6 of them here, $23.94 or $35.70. That gives you your saving of 10%. But if you're platinum, that comes down to $19.15 or $28.56 if you just want to have the folders. And also just to say as well, when it comes to the folders, just the folders, you do get the baby pink cardstock in that as well. So that's just the folders and the card. As you can see, value for money. That Showstopper is what everyone has been going for, $28.94 or $40.70, saving at 20%, but $23.15 platinum or $32.56 platinum. And we're going to go straight to Debbie just in a moment, but let's have a very quick look at the designs of the folders. Gentle Waves, we've also got Classic Hessian, we've got Luscious Leaves, we've also got our wooden panels. These are all 5x7. We've got studded leather. And then we've also got leopard print. So that's the 6 that you're going to be getting within that Showstopper collection, with the card, with the ink pad and that blending tool as well. Phenomenal Showstopper collection. As I said earlier as well, Debbie, sometimes lately when we say Showstopper collection, usually it's round about a considered purchase, you know, £60, £70, £80. And whatever the product is, it's always worth that, of course. But this one, a Showstopper collection at under £30 or just over that $40 mark.
Absolutely, it makes it affordable for everybody, doesn't it? And it's always good to have what I would call core items in your stash. So things like nesting dies and things like embossing folders, they are your core stock because you're going to be using them time and time again. So whether you use it in the background like this and just use minimal over the front, just to make a beautiful textured card. This card in itself would also make quite a nice sympathy card where you don't need to have to say too much. You just put that beautiful sentiment on the front. We've got some lovely words coming out in stamps this Thursday, which are going to work so well over the top, so you can sort of use them over those. So if you get these today, you'll know you're going to be able to use them with future purchases as well. We're going to be using this one in our wood panel in the first one, and actually cutting into ours as well, like this one. Such a nice thing to do, to be able to create something really different with them. Maybe just using them as that framing for that background photographs.
So
absolutely. We made this one earlier as well, so that's using it in conjunction with the confetti borders at the bottom. That waves one, which is gorgeous, just applying some inks and splashing a little bit of water to give it that distressed look. Another beautiful design here, and then the one I made later on in the show, earlier in the show, shall I say, I used it as sort of more of a giraffe sort of print, making 2 very different cards. So it just shows you your embossing folders have so much versatility to be able to do so much with them. I just think they're a must for everyone to have. So I'm going to use some craft card, and we're going to use our craft card directly into our folder. So the first thing we're going to do is just give this an emboss. So laying it flat inside there. If you don't have any craft card, then grab yourself some while you're putting an order in, because it's a great one to use with these textured embossing folders, especially this wood grain one, and also the Hessian. That's a really good one to use it on. And all you then need is a darker ink, so maybe like a seal brown or a Fryer brown ink that you can use over the top. So once you've embossed that, now earlier I did a letterpress technique where we added the ink to our folder and heat embossed it. This time I'm just going to use our Fryer brown and go directly over the top. Now this just brings it alive anyway. It's beautiful. You're really going to be able to see that gorgeous wood grain, and again it's just a case of running that ink all over the top. Like so. But look at that. I mean, it so brings it to life.
Even if you do things such as boxes or that, Debbie, you know, having that wood effect box, you know, whether it is the box lid or that, you know, you're thinking about projects that you can do. Maybe you're starting to make things from your Ultimate Pro and your USB that you got with it, and then start to decorate it with your embossed layer of cardstock. You know, it's really one of those things, like the confetti borders actually, you start to think of ways you're going to use them.
Absolutely, yeah, it's just like that. Now, what I wanted to make a shinier surface, Craig, but I didn't, I thought using my glossy highlights would be too much over the top. So what I have done is used our spray and shine. Now, apologies to the US, because I know we don't ship this out. I'm not sure if it's gone on to HSN, but literally just a few sort of squirts onto here, and then you can sort of see it just adds that textured shine over the top. So you can use that, or if you've got just some varnish, clear varnish, or some people have Mod Podge in their collection. Then all I've done, Craig, is I've let that dry a little bit, and then I've sectioned with my scissors, so just going up like this, creating panels, okay? And then I've created these panels here. So I've just done them a bit darker, added a bit of seal, but added all those different panels so we can do them sort of alternative ways, like so. And it just looks, I'm going to pop this, so let's have that one there. Let me just do it as I did my card. That one on the end. and like so. So you've got those sort of fencing panels.
Yeah.
And then I've just done myself a card blank with some black and white card matted and layered onto the top. So let's pop these into place.
Reminds me, the way you've lined them up there, if you were to turn them on their side, remind me of, you know, like an old rickety sort of sign that you would find just out in the desert in the wilderness.
Yeah, when you're like this, aren't you? Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Keep out.
Yeah,
keep out my craft room.
Yeah, you could do that. Tell us if you have anybody that shouldn't be in your craft room that goes in. I remember everyone knows now my mum's passed, but my mum used to always come round to my craft room, and she was a crafter, and she would never leave empty-handed, Craig.
No?
She was a little bugger, actually.
Oh, bless her.
But I loved it because she'd come round and go, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Can I borrow this?
Yeah.
Can I have that? And then all I'm going to do is I've done this so I can do these at jaunty angles. So you can see that will then just come like that. Can you see? Looks really cool. So it's just different ways. So lay it out how you want it. Doesn't have to be completely straight. So because what I want to do is just create those panels like so. And then we're going to stick those ones down. So I am going to use my all-purpose.
Yeah, it's something I don't, obviously I know all my family and that are still back in Scotland, but I don't really have anyone that would go in and pinch things out of my craft room to play with. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, I think that's probably a good thing,
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of husbands and wives, because I know there's a lot of men that craft out there. I bet there's a lot of them that wish their partners don't pop in and pinch things. You normally find that people pinch things like the guillotine. The men come in and pinch the guillotines, don't they? Yeah. And the wives probably come in and pinch sort of your card stock and write their shopping lists on them and things like that.
Yeah. Actually,
Not
that's
my multi-purpose.
that's something you could let us know, actually. Have you caught your husband in your craft room, you know, making he didn't want you to know he was going in there, but you've come back from the shopping early or something, and vice versa? Maybe you've caught your wife in the craft room who's not usually a crafter. Maybe you've come back unexpectedly and they're there in the craft room. They'll let us know.
Absolutely. I bet there's a few little light hands in them. I would definitely, if I was in, grandkids is a good one, Johnny's just said. Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely my grandkids. They used to come in and pinch all my craft stuff. When the jigsaw dies come out, every weekend my Ruby would come round and say, Nanny, can we cut another jigsaw? She'd want pictures printing and then she'd colour them in. So, and then what I've also done here, Craig, I've done exactly the same. I've just coloured these in. I'm keeping this all very monochrome.
Okay.
And then I've just done the flower as well. And you could use your glossy highlights, but I've just sprayed that again to give it a shine. And then all we're going to do is I'm just going to pop some foam pad onto here. And then we've got some on our flower, but I'm going to first of all position where I want this to go. So let's just make sure we can fit our flower just on there. So let's just place that at the side.
This is just incredible, this one, Debbie.
And when you think about this, you could do this in any colour that you want to. It doesn't have to be, I mean, I've just done it in sort of the beiges, but any monochrome colour. A lot of people think monochrome is just silvers or sort of rust colours, but monochrome is any colour, but in the same colour hue. So I'm just going to pop that just there so we don't lose sight of our message. So we've got our happy birthday. And then if I turn that round, look at the depth that we've got into that card. It just looks quite amazing. But quite a rustic feel to that one.
It is, yeah.
And there we go.
Night and day from the other samples that you've seen and what Debbie's done as well throughout today as well. That one's just absolutely spectacular. So that's now another idea in which you can be using them. Now with these ones here, it's a showstopper where you're going to get these 6 of them. Now this is the Luscious Leaves. Just to say as well, it is leaves. Some of you may think, oh, it's feathers. It's not. It is leaves. I can see why you would think that. But what you've got within this one is leaves, luscious leaves. You've got classic Hessian. You've also got your gentle waves. You've then got your leopard print. You've then got your studded leather. And then you've also got your wooden panels. So that's the one Debbie just used, but they're chopped up into triangle panels there that you've got. All of them, plus the card and the blending tool and the water reactive ink pad, $28.94 or $40.70. That gives you your saving of 20%. And if you are platinum, that's going to come down to $23.15 or $32.56. And what Debbie's just done there is one of many reasons as to why so much of the stock is gone already when it comes to that showstopper bundle. Half the stock, to be precise, has gone with the showstopper collection. So what we're going to do is, between actually the folders and the confetti border dies, because they're still really, really popular, many of you, and Johnny can see this with technology nowadays, many of you got them sitting in your basket. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a moment or two to check out your baskets, and you can, if you'd already spent the time, then you can watch Sarah ahead of her coming here tomorrow.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Come on, that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a no and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Here is the news. The January news. It's being reported that all this week on Crafters TV, there'll be new products launching each and every day. The January news. Early indications suggest there'll be something new for all crafters,
including Confetti Borders on Monday the 23rd with Leanne, Textured Embossing Folders with Debbie Fisher on Tuesday the 24th, Sarah's Signature Love Box on Wednesday the 25th with Sarah herself. Thursday the 26th we have quote stamps with Jan. And finally, Floribunda Pads with Sarah on Friday the 27th.
When asked for a comment on all the new news, Sarah Davies said, it's gonna be off the chart, man, thebomb.com. For more up-to-the-minute information, check out the Crafters TV website and tune in to Crafters TV all week from Monday, the 23rd of January. That was the January news. Finally, some good news to look forward to.
Cindy on YouTube is saying, snuggled in at the Lake Ozarks, Missouri, recuperating from a knee replacement and getting ready for a snowstorm. Jeez. have the folders and the confetti die, so hoping I can do some card making with all the inspiration. Well, I hope you're on the mend. Sounds like you are, and I hope you're staying safe. Just for everyone else, it's potentially a way to go through a snowstorm. I know you guys get them very, very bad in the US of A, so stay safe. We've got Dana on Facebook, so this is going back to my craft along with the confetti dies. I'd like to see a lantern, Craig.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Pop that one on the list.
Yeah, I like the idea of that.
I do too. It's got me thinking now. Kathy C on YouTube saying such a pretty card, the one that Debbie's just done. Tinkster 101, you little tinker, is saying that card is beautiful. Adriana, Bobby, Mary, Pat are all saying that's a beautiful card. Christina, can't wait to receive my confetti dies. The demos are so good. Plus, my Sarah signature collection is en route. Love you guys.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's going to be one. The one with the love hearts will work well with Sarah's signature.
I'm using that next.
Oh, well then, let's just read a couple more so we can dive straight in. Kendall Debbie is saying, Debbie and Craig, what card stock do you use when making that card that is white?
So the white cardstock, so your
be
card blank. So all of our card blanks and all of us in the team, so whatever card that we're putting onto, our base card on here, is our multi-purpose cardstock. It's 300 GSM, so it's the right weight for all your card bases and construction, so boxes, everything like that. So you'll find it on the website, so it's multi-purpose cardstock.
Perfect. And Kathy with a C, Kathy with a K, Eve, Jeanette, Coletta, Kathy C and Crafty Angie are all saying, wow, great card, Debbie. Absolutely loved that last one.
Oh,
Great
thank
idea.
you very much.
Right.
Always a pleasure. And actually, it's easy, Craig, when you've got the right
That's
tools. So when you've got these dies and embossing folders, they're a dream to work with. You will love them. And if you do have the opportunity, or your purse strings will just stretch that little bit more, I'm going to do a demo with both of them incorporated. So it's a really good idea to get both because they do work hand in hand together. Now, I've got myself, because it's Valentine's Day coming up, I've got myself a piece of our red Centura. Now, it is our red... I'm sorry, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop because I was really getting excited about my demo and apparently we're going to the desk made. So I'm going to go back to Craig and just pull myself in a little bit.
I was just going to let you go because I was wanting to see it as well. Yeah. I was trying to say, we'll just do a quick recap of the desk made. Yeah, you don't need to apologise to me, Debbie, no. We will do this very, very quickly because as it is, it's been so popular as it is. This is the desk made. This has also got your store and clip pods. It's the complete storage collection. Now, you're not getting the crafty bits, but what you are getting is your large tray. You're getting all of these pods as well. You've got a variety of your larger, your small. You've got some of your slim line. You've also got one at the back that is 12 by 12. But then what you can do with these is these come with a pack of the clips. So once they're in the tray, you can simply secure them. So if I move that one to the back, just so it can give you an idea, all that you're going to do is, we've got that much stuff in here. Let's properly move it out the way.
Typical Craig, that had to happen, didn't it?
Didn't it? It did, you're right.
It's because you haven't got your clips on them, see? That's
exactly
why.
it.
So it shows you what your clips are for.
Exactly, it proves an absolute purpose for these ones. And all that you're going to do is, within the pockets all the way around, just so we can see with that one there, we've got that shallow edge all the way. So what you can then do is just tuck one of them in, and then you can then turn it around, clip it into that next one, and then that holds it together. And that creates that extra bit of stability, and you're going to be doing that on all of these pods. Now, you don't have to, but that's what they're there for. But you can change the way that these are. So you can do them sideways, you can do them forwards if you want. You don't have to use them all in the tray. Some you can, some you can take out. It's up to you. That whole store and clip pod collection there, half price, £30.46 or $36.32, but platinum comes down to $24.37 or $29.06 for everything that you see that is the black, so the tray and the pods, and that full pack of clips is what you're going to be getting. Right, Debbie, the floor is yours.
Okay, I can start for officially now. Just call me Producer Debbie, you know, trying to run the show.
I like that.
Right, so with the hearts, you just see which way. They can go any way they want. You can have falling hearts everywhere. But I'm going to do mine so they're going up my card like so. And I've got myself a big piece of card because I actually want to do my embossing on both sides. So I'm going to do it on this side and I'm going to do it on this side. So I'm just checking that I've got enough room to put both of those in there. So let's just bring that over a tiny little bit. And then we're going to run that through. So because I'm using it on one whole piece of card, I am going to use my larger Gemini machine. If you only have a Gemini Junior, what you could do is cut yourself just a panel and then you could put your other embossing panels side by side. So you don't have to do it as one piece. But if you do have a Gemini, it means you can take any piece of Centura. We've got the pink Centura in the actual bundle, the main bundle. So that would be perfect as well, especially Valentine's. I think pinks and reds go really well together. So let's take that one out. That's going to die cut that one beautifully. And then we're actually, this card, once I finish, we're actually getting a twofer out of this. So I will show you that as well afterwards. So you've got all your little hearts here, which is great. So if you're making shaker cards, that's perfect. If you want to die cut them again in different colours, which we are going to do, you will be able to do that as well. So you get that beautiful heart design going through there. So what I am going to do is just, in fact, I'm going to trim the top down. So let me just bring in my guillotine.
Okay,
because I want to make sure that where I put my embossing folder is down here to come in line. So all I'm going to do is trim that piece like so. And then that way we can fit our embossing folder on without having to do too much.
Right.
So that will just come in on the top there. And then all I'm going to do is just make sure that we've got a straight line going down on the side. So just right at the top, pop that in, pop our top plate on and then run that one through.
Okay,
so nice and easy. The great thing about embossing as well is it doesn't take long to go through, just top and bottom plates and it's done. And then because of that we can then do it on the other side. So die cutting and embossing twice doesn't take long at all. So normally I would never do this in a demo, but I think it's a really good way to show just how quick you can have a card come together. So let's just pop that on next to them. Try not to get too close to the border. There we go. And then again, top plate on and send it through. It's also what I love about 2D embossing folders. There's no complicated platform at all.
No.
Literally, it's your two cutting plates and your embossing folder. So it's really simple.
Just while you've been embossing that one, Coletta's asking, I'm still having trouble again with my 3D embossing folder cracking my cardstock. Yesterday I tried Centura Pearl, then inked the all-purpose and they both cracked. Any tips? I'm using the plastic plus no top plate.
So so you need your plastic shim, your your plastic shim, your magnetic shim. So what I would suggest, you've obviously got quite a powerful Gemini. So what I would suggest, Craig, and you might be the same, is I would take out your magnetic shim and put in your metal shim, which is slightly smaller, and that will then give you a slightly weaker platform to put through. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring in that gilding wax back in that we've been talking about, because don't be afraid to use Centura on your this is Empire Gold, so don't be afraid to use this onto your Centura Pearl because it just looks amazing and it goes really well, and it looks just brilliant when you're putting it on.
Yeah, it's something that I don't think of.
Yeah, and you still get that really sort of luscious red coming through, which looks incredible. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on. I've got a finished one, so I'm not going to do all of it. I just wanted to show you a bit of that. So let's just bring that one in.
Guess what, Debbie?
What's that?
80% of the
How
confetti
much?
border, 80
80.
has gone.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we've had something go so quick like that for a long, long time.
No. And apparently, I say apparently, John has just told me, Sarah was quite adamant that she wants to be using these tomorrow.
Oh. Can you stop buying, people?
Yeah.
We don't want the boss coming
no,
in.
keep doing it, yeah.
Oh, I'm not here, so it's okay.
Neither am I. Neither am I. No. But yeah, joking aside, 80% of this bundle has gone. It's your 5-piece.
Right, now once you've done all of this, Craig, what I would then suggest you do is take a piece of black card, or whatever size card you're going to do. So I've got myself some black card and a card base. So my card base, let me just tidy up here, put these to the side. My card base is 6.5 by 6.5. So I've done this one then to just slightly smaller, so a ½ inch increment smaller. So I've done it to 6.25 by 6.25. Okay. So that's the size that I want this to go into. So what I would do is then trim off that excess. So we know roughly that we can trim this one down to that part there. Do the same on the other side, and then what you end up with is this panel here. Right. So you've got that beautiful, I mean, look at that gold.
Wow.
It looks so amazing. You've got then your hearts going up there. And all I've done is I've put some red liner tape just down the sides so I can put some ribbon. Now, these pieces, once you cut them off, keep them. So, because then what you end up with, now these I did before I used the gold, so I've just used, I have 2 panels from that side piece, and that's what we're going to use for our second card. So it's always good to get some extra out of them so you're not wasting any of your card.
No.
So the first thing I want to do is take off our red liner tape, and we're going to put some ribbon down there. Can't take off that, so let me just grab my pokey tool, just take that one off of there.
It's been amazing to see, Debbie, for something, and I touched upon this earlier on, where, you know, each of them, it's a small piece of metal, but the amount of things that you've been able to do with them, that the team have been able to do with them, all day today, or you know, in and out the launch of the folders, but then all day yesterday with Leanne and Ben, it's been simply phenomenal.
Absolutely. But like I said earlier, Craig, it is just having so much scope with these, so much that you can do with them. So I'm literally making my panels just at the side, just like so, and then we can turn that over so that creates a really nice even edge. And then we're going to pop this onto our black cardstock. So it's looking quite a sexy card, this one, Craig.
Mm-hmm, it is.
So we're going to, as it's I was going to say the summer of love, but I mean the month of love, February coming up. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, this is the sort of card I would make and leave on Tracy's desk for her.
Oh, I hope you do. I hope you do. She would really appreciate that.
Do you think she
would?
Yes, yeah. Her husband would.
Yeah. I wonder if Trey never asked Tracy if her husband's romantic.
I don't know.
We'll have to ask. We'll have to ask if Tracy's romantic.
I know. I think she's just nipped through. She's just got us me a cup of tea and Debbie some water. Just to say as well, in case you think, well, that's a bit rude. Craig gets a cup of tea and all Debbie gets water. You don't drink hot drinks, do you?
No, but I have been having some hot chocolate lately. I have to say that I bought Al a coffee. I'm laughing because they're saying half a pint of Baileys. It's not far wrong either. I bought Al a coffee machine for Christmas, and the mixed pack of the pods that come with it had hot chocolate in them, which he doesn't drink much, but he does drink the hot chocolate, and I love them. They're so nice. So nice. Right, so the other thing we're going to do is I've cut out from one of Sarah's collections the word love. And we're just going to use this to put onto the front. So let me grab my tape pen. Okay. I'm just using the dotty one so we can put all those dots all over our small intricate die cut.
Crafty Angie's asking, it's a good question for anyone else that would potentially want to know, why didn't the emboss side not flatten when you sent it through to emboss the second side?
Ah, okay. Well, because, and the reason for that is it's already risen from the actual design. And what I mean by that, let me find this here. When you put this through, the thickness of the folder allows that to not have any pressure put down on it. So, but brilliant question. Yeah, absolutely. But it's the reason that I die cut before I emboss as well, because the die cutting afterwards, because a die hasn't got much to it in thickness, that would actually flatten your embossed detail.
Okey-doke.
So just putting a black over the top there to have that pop out. And then just to give a little bit of extra, I've cut out some white hearts, so we can pop our white hearts back in here, which is going to really tie in those hearts.
Say, Tracy's just walked past. Now, I know we won't get her to chat live on air, but Tracy, are you or hubby romantic? Are you or hubby romantic? No. Neither of you is? No. No, it's not. Neither of them. There you go, you heard it here first.
Craig wanted my card, Tracy, to give you for Valentine's Day.
I was going to put it on your desk, but I probably won't bother now.
Oh, well, he hasn't for 20 years, or...
So our husband hasn't for 20 years, so... There we go. If you give me your address, I'll send it to your hubby so he can give it to you. There you go. There you go. No bother, she said,
No
George.
bother, no bother. Now, just quickly, I have got another card here.
Excellent.
Because this was our card. Now, the waist, so I cut another one out because obviously I wanted the black hearts, so it meant I had a panel of black. And then I had these two side pieces, so I thought, well, this would look good, doing a very similar one, but in a different style. So what we are going to do is take that white card, and this time what I've done is I've just put it onto some sort of rose gold, really, cardstock. And I'm just going to layer this up. Now, I've probably not cut this very straight because these were just the scrap pieces of card. I'm not too worried, Craig, because we can always snip it down, which is not a problem at all. I'm just not going to do this on... there's my piece of card. Let's just pop that on there.
I'm loving you're getting 2 for 1.
Exactly. No waste here. I think it's really good to be able to use up all your scrap pieces. And then I'm just going to butt that piece up. I've done each one of these 2 inches wide, which is what you would need with your dies to cut through. And then our last one on here. So just add in my tape pen all the way around. And then that will go onto that piece there. Got a little bit missing there, but not to worry. So just like so. Actually, I didn't do that too bad at all. And then that should just give me a little rim all the way round. Now, what you can do is die cut it again. So you could use your die on the inside, get some little hearts out of it. So I've already cut one that's got my little hearts, and I've just run that through my Xyron. Okay. And that just gives me the little hearts to put around. And then all we're going to do is layer that one on to that gold. And then tie that in with the hearts, so we can then place our hearts back in here. So it looks all beautiful. Let's just do another one on the bottom and then pop that onto our card. And really, when you think about it, Craig, these are really simple, easy cards to do. Nothing complicated at all. And then let's pop that one
This is really, you can get creative.
Absolutely, and don't waste anything. No. And when you think all we did was emboss that embossing folder twice, which isn't a lot, and we've actually made 2 panels out, or 4 panels out of it, and 2 cards.
And then you could, if you've got your tag punch as well, or even if you don't have that, you can make these into bookmarks or something if you want to. Because of the elongated shape of them, design of them.
Absolutely, and then we'll just use those little hearts around here.
Love, love, love.
But look at that, we've got one with our gold, with our gilding wax, and then our other one where we've left it a bit more plainer, so you just have them whichever way that you want them. There we go.
Absolutely love it.
Love it.
Love it, love it. Polly, you're loving it as well. Loving seeing Debbie go for that first card into your second card using the off-cut pieces, which you can do either with the hearts or, of course, any of the other ones. Just to say that the love hearts that Debbie was just using there, that is what is going to sell out this new bundle, and that's the bundle of today's stock that is gone. 80% has gone, and keeping in mind Sarah was really quite adamant she wants to use it in with something tomorrow, but we'll wait and see how that goes. But this one does have the 5-piece. Now, maybe you were watching yesterday with Leanne and Ben and you weren't able to, for whatever reason, get a hold of them, and you're thinking, well, there was 6 yesterday. Yeah, that's because there was 6 and Party Time had sold out as an individual, which then ended that big bundle of the 6 of them. So the team this morning were managed to do a little reconfiguration and bring the remaining 5 in to a new bundle, brought down the price that little bit more to take into account that missing die, and that's why you've now got the 5-piece collection, $31.65 or $39.50. That gives you a saving of 20%, but if you're platinum, it's going to come down to $25.32 or $31.60. These are available right across the board, so either .co.uk, .com or .eu, whichever website you go to, go into shop the day, you're going to find them there, but please keep in mind that 80% of the stock has gone, and that was just the stock of the new bundle that launched today, but please keep that one in mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you the opportunity to maybe get your hands on something else. This one here being an Explorer kit, so maybe you want to start to incorporate your stamps, then of course you can do that by what I'm about to show you here. And this is our Explorer kit. Now, within this one here, you're going to get something else as well. I'm not going to show you that just yet because £35 or $45, saving of 20%. Platinum comes down to £28 or $36, and you're going to get your alcohol-proof ink pad, and this one's Pebble. Very briefly, going on, touching upon what Debbie said earlier on about the ink pads, this one here, it tells you it's alcohol proof, but it's also got an alcohol pen on the actual imagery, and it's even got the colour at the side for you to see as well. So you've got that one. You've also got your 4x4 stamping platform. Incredible stamping platform for a variety of different size stamps, but predominantly you'll probably be using them for your smaller ones, or at least up to your 4x4. You are also going to get your large stamping mat. Now, when it comes to any of your stamping with our stamping platforms, we always recommend that you use your stamping mat. And this one here, it just gives you that stability when you go to press that stamp onto your cardstock using your platform. So you've got that one there. You can be using it for other things as well. And then you're also going to be getting your stamp cleaner. Now, this is the base of your stamp cleaner here. Now, as you'll see here, it does say 7-piece Explorer kit, because basically that's what you're paying for. And for no additional cost, you're going to get, which can I just say, are going to work perfectly for the embossing folders that's launched today. That is 3 of your animals with attitude. That's 3 stamps. Look at the actual quantity of stamps you're getting within each set. So you're getting Great Minds Think Alike, completely free. You're also going to be getting your I'll Stand By You, completely free. And then you're also going to be getting You Are a Llama Fun, completely free. So that's your 7-piece Stampin' Explorer kit, £35, $45. That gives you a saving of 20%. It works out that you're paying for your alcohol-proof Pebble ink pad, your stamp cleaning, so that's giving you the basis of it. It's also giving you your 4x4 stamping platform, and then your 12x12 stamping mat. That's what it works out that you're paying for, but then you're getting the 3 stamps of Animal with Attitude completely free. You've got your llama, you've also then got your flamingo, and you've also got your panda bear as well. Incredible value for your Explorer kit there. Absolutely incredible. Then you might have something that you want to store it in, whether of course it's your tools, maybe some of your folders, maybe you want to go out and about, not necessarily just for crafting clubs or crops. You can even hold your junior in here. You could then even do your midi in here if you want to. Does look like you've got all these configurations of the individual kind of pockets, and you do, but these are movable if you want to, so it could just be one great big inside pocket if you want to hold all. And you can maybe just see here, dotting within the middle there, your tools, and that's because you're getting the tools in with the storage as well. So all of this, which is the big sizable one here, all your pockets around the edges, you've got your zip pocket at the side, strong, sturdy handle, everything $19.98 or $29.90. You've got a saving of 35%, and that includes what I'm showing you now. So you've got your die release tool and foam mat. You've also got 2-pack of your pokey tools. You've also then got 3 replacement heads for when it comes to your actual die release tool. And then you've also got your craft knife. Now your craft knife and replacement blades, if you remember, if you don't, I'm going to tell you, a couple of weeks ago I was on with Leanne and she actually said herself, we really need to update the packaging because it's not a 6-piece. It's actually a 7-piece, because that 6-piece count, that does not include the blade that's already in the actual craft knife. So it is actually a 7-piece that you've got in total there. So you've got 5 of the replacement heads, you've got the actual craft knife handle, and then you've also got a blade already inside. So it's actually a 7-piece. So all of that, including your storage, tote bag, all of that, platinum price comes down to $15.98 or $23.92. If you're not platinum and you are going to be paying today's price, it's exceptional anyway, $19.98 or $29.90. Variety of things you can be storing into that one, and it's wipe clean as well, both the outside and then the inside as well. Now here in Crafters TV Towers at Horndale Avenue, any Valentine's Day cards, you can absolutely send them to Tracy. And while we are talking about Tracy, here's, well, get to know Tracy.
My answer here has to be Tracy. I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben, you did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Once again, you'll be not surprised that so many are loving, yet again, what Debbie's just made a moment ago. Dana is saying, wow, that is just exquisite, Debbie. Joy Sampson, hiya, is saying, hello, these are beautiful, saying, hi, Craig, hi, Debbie, these are beautiful. Denise Stars on YouTube saying, beautiful card, Debbie. Stephanie saying, I love seeing more demos combining different products. Thanks, Debbie, Craig, CCTV, and all of the demonstrators and presenters for all of your ideas. They make my life easier in crafting. And that's what's lovely, because we all stumble at times. You know, I have days where I'm like, I've got 8 demos I need to do, and I'm just like, I have no idea, Debbie.
Oh, absolutely.
No idea what I'm going to do.
I did that the other day while I was doing the embossing folders. I'm going to be totally honest. I got to about my 10th one, and I thought, I just can't think of any more. I don't know what to do. So I actually went into our design team, because we have a group, a secret group on Facebook, and just looked at some of the designs, and I didn't copy any, but it refreshed my memory.
That's it, it's refreshing.
I thought, oh, look, I can do this, I can do that. Of course, I've not even done acetate. So it's those things that can just ignite you. Pinterest is a great one as well, but I'm so pleased that we are able to inspire you on here, because, you know, that's what we love to do.
It really is. Really is. Angela's saying beautiful cards, so is Lynn. We've also got Cheryl saying the same, we've got Dan saying the same, Jane, Lynette, Kay. Ramona on YouTube, Debbie, is saying, I have the silver wax, what 2 golds would you recommend?
Oh, so definitely the Empire Gold, and I would say the Renaissance. I love those 3 colours together. The Renaissance is more of a sort of bronzy colour. So the bronze, the sort of Empire Gold and the silver together are just a match made in heaven. In fact, they're the 3 that we originally started with. We only took 3 colours as a company, and Pebio did lots of other colours. But because they were so popular, we brought in all those other golds. So those old golds, king golds, antique golds. But they're the 3 colours I would absolutely recommend.
Perfect, yeah, and then that really does give you that good combination. So you've got your silver, you've got your Empire, and then you've got your Renaissance Gold as well. You're going to find them all on Shop the Day. They've all got 25% off individually, which is a cracking time to buy them if you've not got them or need to stock up. Rightio, so we're going to be having a look again at the embossing folders. So I think what we'll do, because I know we've seen them a couple of times, your Showstopper collection, $28.94 or $40.70. That is giving you a saving of 20%. Platinum, $23.15 or $32.56. You've got your Centura Pearl Baby Pink card, you've got your water reactive ink pad and your blending tool. So I think if it's all right with you, Debbie, if we come straight to you and then afterwards we can look at the folders again on the boards?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I love that. So I'm going to be using, what I want to do is quite a soft card. So we're going to be using the classic Hessian, which is a beautiful design, but I want to keep it quite light in the background. All I want is a little bit of texture. So what I'm going to do is bring in my 2 lightest colours here of my pink and blue, so baby blue and pink tulip. I'm going to just apply this directly to our cardstock. So all I'm going to do is rub this this across. This is a really nice way of creating a really subtle, beautiful background. And you don't, believe it or not, use too much ink. Now you can put as much or as little as you want on there. I'm going to turn that round and then just bring in the pink over the top.
Look at all.
So it's just a really nice way of creating that gorgeous background, okay? And that's all I'm going to do. Now the one I did at home, I did a little bit softer, which I'll show you. So not doing as much, just putting them across just like that. You can see you get those different variations of them. So I'm going to use my lightest colour one here, and then we're going to pop that through. So if you didn't see the shows earlier, I was saying that these are really easy to know which side to emboss, although the deboss on all of them is beautiful, but the one with the pattern on the front is the front of your folder, so we're going to pop that down so it's not the white one on the back.
There you go.
And that will create your Hessian in there. Now I'm going to pop that through, and I am putting in my metal shim between my two cutting plates, and we're going to run that through the Gemini. Now, if you've got a different die cutting machine or embossing machine at home, just refer to your user manual of how you put through a normal 2D embossing folder. And if not, if you're using the MIDI, you just need your purple shim to go through with the folder. And then that's going to give us this really subtle effect in the background, which is beautiful. And I really want you to see this when you get them home. Try these sort of techniques because they look amazing.
They do, don't
now,
they?
all I've done here, Craig, I've took some papers that I had from Sarah's Enchanted Dreams.
Okay.
I love the colours of these, and the colours here works really well. So all I've done is I've split down into sections and I think they were just 1 1/4 inch. No, 1.5 inches that I've cut them down. I then redone that again and snipped some off because I want to do something different. But I want to create this panel effect in the background, and I thought they looked really good. Now, the reason I thought of columns, I'm going to bring in my elephant. I've brought in another one of my illustration stamps, and I thought the elephant really sort of deserved those columns in the background, but that real subtle effect with all our papers. So what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to measure, but roughly, so I'm going to go onto my lines of my mat, and I'm going to do my centre one first. It's always easier to do your centre one and then line your others up beside it.
Okay.
So you just decide which way round you want them to go. I then want to place that. I'm roughly looking at my lines at the top and the bottom of my glass mat, and then just lining them up. And then when it comes to putting your next ones in, oh, one of my flowers, it's then easier to line that up beside it.
And that's something that I say quite a lot as well, Debbie, is your glass mat isn't just there to craft on. It's not there just for you to do your inking techniques. It's there as a guide. You've got all these lines, you've got these measurements, you've got these different angles in that. So use them to aid you when it comes to lining up.
Absolutely, yeah, it's exactly what it's there for. So let's pop that one on and that one. So that gives us our next one, and then our last one on that side. Now, you're probably thinking it's a strange shape of card, but that's because, oh, there we go, let's pop that on. Roughly, so there. Pop them on there.
Apparently my mug collection has been spotted.
Is it getting bigger and bigger?
It's getting there, yeah. I've got two. Tracy, as I said earlier, Tracy very kindly made me another one. I've just not moved my finished one out of the way. There you go.
So what I've done here, Craig, is I've created, I'll give you the measurements to my card. So I've done this 11.5 inches by 7 inches. I've scored at 2 inches and then turned it around, 2 inches and 2 3/4 inches, turned it around and scored 2 and 2 3/4 inches. I've then created this large piece of card, which is 10 inches by 3 inches, and I've used that beautiful die that's in the Sarah's Enchanted Dreams collection. And then this one will fit directly over the panelist card. So what I thought would be nice, almost like we've got those panels at the back and then we've got our elephant peering out over our actual design, which I thought would work really well. So the other thing I then done is thought, well, I really want to tie in in this embossing folder here. So what I did is took my design, I trimmed down these pieces, but I did it so there was a bit in each, so you can see here, just from that piece. So to cut panels at the side. So that's then going to tie in our panels. And then I thought, oh, I need something here. So what I actually did was just used this design. I cut out a piece, and I'll show you, in fact, exactly how I did it. If you put this across the top here, and then all I did was I put little pencil lines in around there, and then I joined up that line with my craft knife.
Great idea.
And then what that does, it then creates that perfect piece underneath. So let's stick all these pieces on and create our card.
And I suppose as well, it's a good way because don't overcomplicate it for yourself.
No.
Something like that, you might want to decorate it in matte and layer. Some of you may straight away think, right, I have to do that in one big piece. And you don't. Just chop it up into sections, do what you've just done there. And as you can see, as Debbie's putting it together now, it just works and flows beautifully.
Absolutely, yeah. And it adds that texture, it adds sort of a complete diversity of what you're doing with your folders, and just looks really cool. So we're going to then pop that one onto that side.
Do you know what this is, certainly this card as well anyway, Debbie, that's inspired me to do is, if I'm making a card or a project or even for my demos or that, underneath the elephant where you've done that backdrop with your texture folder in the ink, for me, let's say I'd done something like that, the style, I would be inclined just to go over with a coordinated piece of the patterned paper.
Yes.
But it's like, just stop and then bring in your white, embossing folder, a bit of ink and just pick the ink colours from the papers that I am using, and it's a nice alternative for the back.
Absolutely, and most of our papers you will find that we have an ink colour that will match in somewhere. So I'm literally going to just tape these on each side of here. So all I'm going to do is take my tape pen down to that side.
Because you might be lucky, like we are, where you'll still have your 3 exclusive colours from Frosty and Bright.
Yes,
that would work
absolutely.
Well. Or I think it was it a year before that or 2 years before that, we've done something like 6 or 9, like plum pudding and Christmas red or something like that.
That's it, yeah.
You know, so if you've got them, because I have these part of my reactive trays, so I have them on there. So yeah, bringing them all out, and it opens up the colour choice.
Yeah, absolutely. So many. I love the colours from the Sarah signature one.
It's right up my street.
Yeah, that was so lovely. So we're going to place our elephant right sort of in the centre near the top, so you can sort of see him quite clearly. I'm then going to take this one to this side, which is going to stick nicely there. Then I'm going to fold this one in, and that will fit then over onto this side. So this card is what we would call a bridge card, and it's bridging that gap between both. So when it's folded to one side, it will lay flat, or the opposite way, but it creates that bridge. And then just to finish off, I've just got myself some little foam flowers that I made and a bow. So let's grab our 3D all-purpose glue.
This is looking brilliant.
And then we will just place these onto here.
It'll help encourage you dig out the collection again. You know, if you've maybe packed it away, I know you'll be thinking, oh, I want to get that enchanted dreams out again.
Absolutely.
Start using it.
Yeah, just so many things that we can use it with. I've got a little bow that I'm going to put on the bottom there, and then just from that stamp set, so if you've got that, so if you were lucky enough to get one of Sarah's stamps, I've just got, without love, life would be irrelevant. And we're just going to pop that. In fact, I'm going to pop that. No, we will pop that at the top there. So let me just put some extra glue there.
Terry's saying, and I was thinking the same, the elephant looks like it's jumping right out of the card. Great job, Debbie.
There you go. Yep, so you've just got, and it's a very subtle card, that one, but it has a lot of impact.
It does, yeah. And as I said a moment ago, for me, that's made me think about the backdrop of my cards or projects, instead of using the coordinated papers, just embossing colour piece of our water colour card or our multi-purpose card. Right, let's have a quick look at these ones now, because we didn't look at them before Debbie's demonstration, because we want to go straight there. You've got your wooden panels. You have also got your studded leather. You've then got leopard print. You've then got gentle waves. You've also got classic Hessian. And then you've also got your luscious leaves. So these 6 are part of your showstopper collection, where you're going to get the 6 of them, and your card, and your blending tool, and your water reactive ink Twilight Grey for $28.94 or $40.70. That gives you a saving of 20%. If you're platinum, it's going to come down to $23.15, or if you are stateside, £32.56 for all of that. And you literally can start crafting as soon as these get through your door. Now, of course, if you're a crafter, you're going to have cardstock, but let's just say that you didn't. You've got it within that bundle there, so you can start crafting straight away. Then what we've also got here is our rotating design board. So once again, this is another item from Totally Tiffany, and it is the Nancy tote bag. Now, when it comes to the actual rotating design board, this is the kind of like version 2, so to speak. You may be familiar with the original one, which it looks very similar, but it was a really thick, strong wooden basin platform that we can see, or you'll be familiar with. With this one, it's a lighter weight plastic. However, it may be lighter weight, but please do not think you're going to lose out on any of that strength and stability, because you're not. You have then got these channels that run all the way down and all the way across, and that's creating that strength and that's creating that stability. Think of your store and stash box with the circle design on the bottom. Well, pretty much does the same thing, but there's our circles. This is just your parallel lines there. So it gives you your non-slip feet as well. So if you are doing any of your colouring on it, then of course it's not going to move if it is on a slippy surface. You do get a bulldog clip as well. I know many of you do use these for different things. Tiffany herself, she was saying, you know, someone that uses this for cake decorating. So they have their cake in the middle here, and then what they do when they go to do many things, specifically icing the cake, they just move it all the way around. Another option that George has just said, absolutely great idea, is for your board games. Let's just say, for instance, your Monopoly board. Okay, I know that's bigger, but that would still sit nicely onto your actual rotating board.
You're being very professional, but they're laughing at me because I use it to play Scrabble in the bath.
Is that what they were laughing at?
Well, I play it in the bath.
Got ya. Yeah, okay, I got you. I thought they were just leading me down a path there and they were laughing, but they were actually laughing at you.
They are, yes.
I got you.
Yes.
The other thing that Tiffany uses this one for, and I think this is also a great idea, you know, if you are into upcycling, then what she does is if she finds any items that she's upcycling or she's spraying with spray paint, she's got one in her garage. And instead of actually having to hold and move the object with her hand, she sits it onto one of these.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And then she just moves that. Now, as she did say, don't get her wrong, it's covered in spray ink, but she only uses it for that thing. So yes, just putting it into the middle there, and she just turns it and she sprays it as she's turning it, and she's got one in her shed or her garage where she does that. So very useful, many different ways. So that's your rotating board as well as the bulldog clip. But then what you're also going to get is your Nancy tote bag as well. Now it does hold the board. This is actually the box for the rotating board. And I like to put that in just so that you can see it's still a substantial size. You are going to get your A4 card in there. You're going to get your 9x12 in there. If you're going to nip out to the shops, that's going to be good for that one. Maybe if you go to college or university, or you're going to work and you want to put your lunch in there, or certain documents that you want to see that are in maybe, you know, confidential in folders, but you know what folder that you're going for. It's big, it's spacious. You've got that strong, sturdy base there as well. Pocket on the outside, pocket in the inside. It does have a zip along the top, so you can see it's wipeable, and as it is see-through. Majority of Tiffany's items that you will know by now are either clear or frosted, so that you can see what you're storing. And then the key thing as well that I learned from Tiffany a couple of weeks ago is when it comes to handles, the stitching is to perfection. That's where you get the strength. But when it comes to the handles, they aren't just stitched towards the top and then they're left. What happens is the stitching goes all the way down and it continues to the base. That is why you get the strength of the actual tote bags. This one being Nancy. She says as well, it does hold incredible amount of weight. As we both said as well, what we would say, because there was a question where what's the maximum amount of weight that they can hold, Tiffany herself had said that it holds an incredible amount of weight. What she would advise you is, if you can't lift it, it's too heavy for you. So that's a good way to think about it. You know, as long as you can lift it, it's irrelevant how heavy it is. As long as you can lift it comfortably and safely, then it's going to hold that, certainly when it comes to those handles, because they are stitched all the way around to the base, which is giving them that strength. So you're going to get the bag, Nancy back, as well as your rotating design board, £26 or $31. You've got a saving over 25%. But if you're platinum, it's going to come down to £20.80 or $24.80. That is also going to be on Shop the Day. You can also have a look at the Tiffany section across on our website as well. So that's www.crafters. That's what I was just.
I'm sorry, I said it out loud, didn't I?
Because I never do www. The only time anyone ever done it was on that channel, and that's why it went to come off the tip of my tongue there. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, that's where you're wanting to go for those ones. So we'll be back in a minute.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben, you didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
My name's Jan Brown and I am one of the craft experts here at Crafters Companion, so you often see my face on the camera and see me demoing all the different products that we have in our range. I live in Yorkshire. I'm actually based in Sheffield, which is one of the cities in Yorkshire, and I'm born and bred, absolutely, and it's lovely and green, countryside, little picturesque village, and I wouldn't change it for the world. My crafting journey was quite an interesting one because I was working in school and someone just sent me, it was birthday, sent me a card, and it was a handcrafted card which I'd never come across before. So I was literally blown away by it, asked her a little bit about it, went and bought a craft kit, and the rest of it's just history. Inspiration, I think, comes from lots and lots of different places. So it could be sort of architecture, it could be sort of the style of something, particularly colours, things like that. I love sort of like autumn colours, that kind of thing. I think one of the biggest ones there is our design team. We have a massive design team, second to none in the industry, and I often have a look through their folders and get ideas and work with those when I'm planning my demos. I think behind the scenes we do have a giggle. I'm not sure there are actually any blooper reels. There may be, I'm not sure, but I think one of the things that we always have a joke about, and I learned very early on, was remembering to turn the microphone off when you leave the camera. I'm going to leave it to your imagination with that one. Although crafting does take up a lot of my time, I think the biggie's got to be my family. family. We have a very small family, but a very close-knit one. My girls both live close by, and my eldest daughter has got her little boy. He's my only grandson, so we spend a lot of time with him, and it's something that we love getting, whether we're going out for a meal somewhere or whether we're at home playing board games, that kind of thing. Just everybody together. I'm not a loner, I don't like spending time on my own, so the more people around the better. I was accepted onto the demonstration team as well, so those were very big moments in my sort of crafting lifetime, and very much a dream come true, you know, when it's a hobby turned into a job as such. And then obviously along with that, at the store came the chance to meet Sarah. She came to, well, she opened the store, naturally came to visit, so getting to meet her and have a chat with her. And then taking it on from there, my name was put forward for this particular role, and now I actually work alongside Sarah, so she's actually part of the team. We all work together, and definitely a dream come true. I don't tend to refer to it. When anybody asks me what I do, I don't refer to it as work anymore, because it literally is just playing with the crafting products.
I think if any comments kind of spoke volumes as to all of Debbie's demonstrations today. It's Don Braddock on Facebook is saying, we're just in awe of Debbie's creativity.
Oh, that's
absolutely
such a nice thing to say. Thank you.
Really, really is. That running theme of, you know, Maureen and Rhonda and Stephanie and Lillian and Kay and Jessica, Dawn, Ron, all just saying, you know, how incredible the demonstrations have been. So, yeah, I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to leave it on that one, because we want to squeeze another demo.
Absolutely. Let's get another one in. So we're going to go back to the confetti dies. I thought I did a gatefold card earlier. This one's slightly different. This one is...
Debbie.
Oh, what?
It's green on the screen, which means...
It soon won't be seen. Oh, my goodness. On the second lot.
Yes.
Wow. Have we got many of the hearts ones left, Johnny? Because that's what's going to go, isn't it? Oh, so not many.
No.
Not many at all. So, yeah, absolutely.
And keeping in mind, when we finish here in the UK, yes, we're getting close to the midnight. Stateside, you've still got the rest of the day to go, and people catch up afterwards, so keep that one in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Sarah might get to demo these, but who knows. Right, this card that I've done, so I've done this going across is 12 inches, going down 6 inches, and I've scored it at 2 and 4 inches, rotated it, and then scored at 2 and 4 on the opposite side. And then that gives you that sort of double gatefolded design, because I wanted these panels at the front to have these going down. So I'm going to use this one on the side. I'm going to bring in some low-tack tape, and then we're going to pop that right down that edge. Now, because it is a die that's cutting in, I haven't got to worry about going over the edge a little bit more, because it's going to cut through that beautifully. And also, because I'm using my Gemini Junior plates, it means, I'm saying I'm using my Gemini Junior plates. I haven't got, oh, there they are, right in front of me. It means that I can put that through without putting my whole cardstock through. And I'll show you what I mean. So I can literally just pop that like so. I'm going to then take that to the platform, and what will happen is it won't give me then an indentation on the edge of my card, because I'm putting that seam in. So as I'm offering that through, so if you've got a Gemini Junior, it's a little bit harder to do that. You could wrap it round your plates, but you could make indentations. So it's always a good thing to have a larger Gemini, because it means you can do then these extra different designs and card concept. So being really careful taking that off, and then we're going to use that again to cut on the other side. So let's pop that piece in there, take all those pieces out. You've got all those little inserts there. I'm not going to use them, but you could save them and use them for your shaker cards, for reapplying, for inking, for doing different ones. Then what I'm going to do is turn that round, and we're going to just place that on the opposite side. So you can see that our two patterns are coming inwards. So when we put them together, can you see we've got them matching patterns? And because it's the same floral design, we can do that with the floral one. So let's take another piece of tape.
What I'm also thinking is, as well now, and this is where the mind of my cricket joy coming in, because I hadn't actually realised how cuttable vinyl is with dies.
Oh, okay.
You put in your metal shim,
Yep.
it's going to cut. So I'm even thinking of even just that little elongated panel border that you've done just now, Debbie.
Yep.
If that was just one piece of vinyl, cut it through, and then that can then be a wrap around maybe a candle holder or something like
Absolutely beautiful.
that. That would look nice.
Yeah, look really lovely. Yeah, really, really lovely. Right, so we've got our 2 die cuts done. Now we're going to keep this really simple. I'm going to bring in 2 colours of ink pad. So we've got our orange and our fuchsia. I love orange and fuchsia together. It's fast becoming my new favourite colours. I also like them. I remember, I don't know if Sarah's still got the dress actually, but she had a dress that was pink and orange, fuchsia and orange.
Did she?
And I loved it. It was so nice. Yeah, I think it had like a pink skirt with flowers that sort of come up, and then the top was orange. And it was so lovely. So these are just great colours to use. So just grabbing my ink applicators. And then all I'm going to do, now these mix really well together, these colours. So we are going to just use our orange in the centre. So coming off of here, tap it onto your glass mat, and then just come in to that middle section. And then while that's still wet, I'm going to then come in with my pink and mix my pink into that as well. And just slightly coming over, so you can see how well that's blending together.
Yeah.
And you can't see where each one sort of one blends into the next one. Our ink pads are amazing, like so amazing. Then I'm going to slightly go over that orange just to peach it down a bit, so we've got that beautiful design. And then I'm going to do the same with the other one. So again, taking that orange, bringing that into that middle centre.
This is actually a good shout, Michelle. Just wondering the same. Has Debbie set a world record yet for the most amount of cards any presenter has made in a day? Do you know some of them? I think if you want to be technical, I think I've still got the record, haven't I, John?
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, but it was something like, it was over 14. But it was, do you know what it was? It was a hunky-dory launch party. And some of them were the most simplest of cards. But I would say, yes, if you take that out the side, Crafter's Companion, I think, yeah, you would be, Debbie.
Oh, I never even thought about it.
Yeah.
I think I have done one where I've done quite a few. But we never, a while ago, we never used to do 2 hours in wake-up call.
Didn't.
So it was only an hour and a half. So I used to, because I think, apart from Sarah actually, I'm probably one of the quicker demonstrators. So I've always liked to get 6 done. So I've done 2 shows where I've done 6, but we then used to only do 3 in Wake Up Call. Yes. So so I have done. I used to always do 6 demos, and I do try and have 6 demos ready, but it's very, very rare that we get through. I think because we have a lot of things we want to show you on the show, it's quite hard to get through. I mean, some of us only do 4 demos, sometimes 2 an hour. But we've done 5, I think. So 50. I would have done 15 cards after this one, Craig, which is quite a lot.
It is, yeah. And keeping in mind, Debbie, yours has been cutting, yours have been inking, you know, you've been embossing.
Yeah.
The ones that refer back to that I done, a lot of them were pretty much score, fold, topper, sentiment, and that was it. So I'm not even going to include mine in that count.
Oh. Well, it's very nice to think that that it could be, but you know what? I just think we have the most amazing team, and I love that we all do our own take on things. I'm quite a pretty one. I like pretty cards.
I'm very simple.
Yeah, I like colours, lots of colours. Yeah, quite colourful, I think, sometimes in my makes, but pretty colours. And then all I'm going to do is I'm leaving that like that just to create that outside. You could put your sentiment on the outside, but I'm actually just going to put it inside. And beautiful sentiment, this one, just from one of our boxes that we did the sentiments with. Your friendship is a blessing. And we're going to leave that there. I'm just going to burnish my sides in and then bring that to the front. And my finished one, all I've done is put a few gems, so you'll be able to see just a couple of gems just on the sides here, sorry, on the bottom here, so you can see. Absolutely gorgeous design, and just another nice way that you can do your designs.
Excellent. Rightio. Debbie, if you don't mind, if you can get your cards set up for demo of the show, then we will have a very quick look at the actual confetti dies.
We've done 6.
That's true. Yes, that's right. Yes, because one of them were
so
a
16 cards.
16 cards. I would say that is that's the record.
Wow.
I would say so. I would definitely say so, yeah. Right, very, very quickly, you've got Happy Hearts within this full collection here. So remember, this is a 5-piece. We're limited stock on this bundle. We've got In Flight. We've got confetti sprinkles. We've also got our dancing butterflies, and then we've also got our scattered flowers. $31.65 or $39.50. That gives you a saving of 20%, but platinum comes down to $25.32 or $31.60. Right, demo of the show. Let's see what we've got.
Another difficult choice, I think. They're all very pretty. So number 1 was our first confetti one with our butterflies. Number 2 with that beautiful hessian, not hessian, the wood panelling. Number 3 was the love heart one where we did that 2 cards for that one. Number 4 is the elephant one, and number 5 was the confetti one we just did. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5.
Brilliant. Right, Theo, you've got a few moments to get your votes in. Samantha, Craig, on an earlier show today, you mentioned about cardfold designs. Are you going to demo them, or have you already demonstrated so much fun cardfold? There's something going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks that I was referring to, another library of sorts, just to say, so keep your eyes, and that's going to have you covered for all the different card shapes. But let's go back and have a look at our Gilding waxes here. Now, these are all individually priced. Each of them is $8.99 or $12.74. That gives you a saving of 25%, but your platinum price comes down to $7.19 or $10.19. That today's price works out that you're getting 25% saving. So the 5 of them here, you have got your silver. You've then also got Empire Gold. You've then got King Gold. You've got Antique, and then you've got Renaissance as well. So you can choose between any 5 of them there, $8.99 or $12.74. That's your saving of 25%. So silver, Empire Gold, King Gold, Antique or Renaissance, the choice of yours. Or of course you can go for a few, or you could go for all 5 if you want to, with that 25% saving. Each of them as well with the 30ml pots as well. We've got a few of you loving that idea with the dies and the vinyl. Terry, could you imagine this? Craig, do the idea of wrapping vinyl around a candle vase for your craft-along. I think that would be done in like 4 minutes if I'd done that one. I like that idea. There you go, Johnny. I'll just do that for my craft-along. Actually, I don't think it's a Saturday, so I don't think Johnny will be in that day. Die cut into vinyl, round a glass holder. That's my craft-along done. I like that thinking. Never know, I might do it for a video. I might do that for a video. I like that thought. Well, let's have another quick look at our texture embossing folders. So these are today's launch. So very briefly, as we're waiting on the result coming in, all week this week it's January news, where we have got a launch every single day. Our phenomenal Confetti Border Dies, the original 6-pack bundle, sold out yesterday. Looks as though by the end of today that today's new configuration, 5 of them are going to sell out. And just to say, that quantity was just for today. and that is potentially a way to sell out. Tomorrow, Sarah's going to be back with our Sent with Love collection. Then Jan will be in on Thursday with her Mindful stamp collection, and then Sarah will be back again on Friday with Floribunda and that vellum sentiment foiled pad as well. So let's go back to the embossing folders here. Now we've got a showstopper collection where you're getting the 6 embossing folders, 2D embossing folders, 5x7. You're also going to get your pink, baby pink Centura Pearl 310 GSM, and it's a full pack, so that's 10 sheets. You've also got your rectangle blending tool with the 2 foam heads, and then you're also getting your Twilight Grey water reactive ink pad, $28.94 or $40.70. That gives you a saving of 20% off, and the way that I worked out that configuration is if you go for the showstopper, that price basically means you're getting your Centura Pearl cardstock for free and your water reactive ink pad for free as well. But if you're platinum, then that deal's going to be even better at £23.16 or $15. I'm overcharging you by a penny, or $32.56. Luscious Leaves, Classic Hessian, Gentle Waves, Leopard Print. We've got studded leather, and then we've also got wooden panels. So that is the 6 of them. I would highly, highly, highly recommend you do what a lot of you are going to be doing anyway. Wake up call today, launch day today, this show launch party, go back on YouTube, save it to your playlist, because you're going to be wanting to do exactly what Debbie's been doing, or mixing it up a bit with the actual comments of the incredible demos that Debbie has done. But the result is in. Again, I know we kind of joked about it earlier, but I was being deadly serious when I said, thank gosh I didn't have to actually pick, because I wouldn't know what to pick. But Debbie, it does go into number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, the elephant one. Yes, it is lovely.
Indeed.
Very pretty.
Very, very pretty.
Let me bring that one over to you.
So we have got demo of the day. So we have got 3 of them, of course. So let's bring this one in, and actually, yeah, all with the embossing folders. So we've got wake up call, launch day, and then launch party. So number 1 is with the studded leather we've got there. So you've got number 1, number 2, actually also with the studded onto acetate, and then number 3, which is with your classic Hessian. So 1, 2, or 3. This is for demo of the day. The choice is yours. You've literally got a couple of minutes. Susie will tally up the votes and send them across, so we'll find out who is going to win. We've also got Kendall is saying, yeah, absolutely, Kendall. All the little bits that come out from the Confetti Border Dies, keep them. They're going to be good for shakers. Absolutely, really good idea. Thea saying, just bought the bundle. Brilliant, before it sells out. Well done, you. And yet again, Debbie, just more coming in, just saying how much you've inspired everyone, how much they've loved your demonstrations, the different ways in which you've used, yes, the confetti, but the embossing folders, combining them together, you know, your darker tones, your pastel tones, your bright tone. They've just loved everything that you've done, as you usually do.
You'll love them. When you get them home, you will absolutely love them.
Brilliant. The other thing as well, that it was so popular last week, and it continues to be popular, not surprised, from Totally Tiffany. Now, this is one of those, I believe, that is maybe an oversight, and it is still at that half price across on our website. And this is the desk-made store and clip pods, complete storage system. You don't get the crafty items in there, by the way. But today's price is £30.46 or $36.32. That's your half price, but platinum comes down to $24.37 or $29.06. So you get the tray, you get all the pods, and you also get a full pack of the clips as well. Then we've also got the buddy bag selection. Now this is a 7-piece buddy bag collection, £40 or $55. That gives you a saving of 10%. But your platinum comes down to £32 or $44. Yes, it does say 7-piece, but that does not include the plastic cartons that come in with, certainly with 2 of them anyway. Bottom left, you've got 2 sizable plastic cartons, frosted ones, and then the one in the centre there at the bottom, you've got 4 smaller ones. They all come flat packed, however, they are very, very easy to assemble. Use them together, use them separate, is up to you. But of course, that is your 7-piece collection, £40 or $55, saving the 10%. But we have got part of January news, another day, another busy day tomorrow. Sarah is back from our Northern Lights travels with Simon and the boys. So she's going to be here a bit later in the day for launch day. Corin's going to be with you, first of all, with Ben, where they're going to be having a look at that Scent with Love collection. Definitely get in there. Same with many of the shows, certainly with the launch day shows. As soon as these go live on the website, get your hands on them. But Corin will be showing you some incredible demonstrations within Wake Up Call, and then Sarah will be here for the full 2 hours launch day, where she will show you her incredible ideas with, of course, Scent with Love. And then with it being Thursday, it does mean as well it is a cartload, not just any cartload, it's a Sarah cartload. So once again, yes, for launch day, but for cartload, get across onto the website. As soon as it all goes live, shop the day. That's going to be the best place for you to go, of course, when it comes to shopping ahead. But here we go. Our demo of the day, Debbie, goes to number 1. Number 1.
Nice. Yeah,
yes.
It was beautiful.
The all-wear, I thought maybe if anything pipped it to the post, it was going to be the acetate.
I thought that too, yeah.
I thought it was going to be the acetate, although equally all beautiful. But yeah, number 1 has what has done it.
It's that studded leather, that's the one.
It is indeed. So that's going to go up against, so far, that's going to go up against Leanne, because Leanne was on yesterday as well. So yeah, we'll add that star on to Debbie's. What can I say that I don't always say when I'm on with you, Debbie?
It's been an amazing day. Absolutely amazing, yes.
It has been. When are you back?
I'm back on Saturday. You've got a run of me Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. So, yes,
Brilliant.
Got some good stuff coming up. I love the weekend shows. I've got Michelle in on Saturday with me. I'll be presenting. And on Sunday, I'll be presenting. And you've got the double Debbie Day.
We do.
Yes, so Debbie Robertson will be in doing her fabulous bit on this side. So I'm really looking forward to those weekend shows.
That's going to be so, so good. I know we've got a couple of shows coming up together as well.
Yep, the week after.
That's right, yeah. Next time we're together again, it's this configuration. Then the next time after that, it's the other way round.
Yeah, switcheroony.
So I'm looking forward to that one as well. Thank you so much for such a lovely day with all of your comments and your ideas as well. Of course, thank you to Debbie. Thank you to Susie for giving us a helping hand. Tracy's been dotting about getting ready for, as we've said, a very, very busy continue of the week, that is, when it comes to Crafters TV into the weekend. Thank you, Jamie. Well, Jamie was in earlier. And thank you to George and thank you to Johnny. I will see you for about a week now.
Ooh.
I'm working from home the rest of the week, and then I am at Hobbymaker here in the UK Monday, Tuesday next week.
Nice.
But I know you've got some great shows coming up. So I will see you then. I still will be on social media, of course. Have a lovely rest of the week when it comes to the new launches. And I will see you next week on, well, Hobbymaker and then Crafters TV. We'll see you then.